Hi, everybody. All to my viewers from last video I did. It's nice and beautiful out, so I decided to take the drone out. So there's going to be videos of that coming up. And if anybody has any suggestions somewhere in Pennsylvania where I could fly, it's relatively close, feel free. I mean, I'm always looking for a new adventure. Well, anyways, some things have been on my mind lately. Like, for one, what does it really mean to follow Jesus through on the narrow path? I mean, we live in a world where you get easily distracted by things that are trivial, but Satan puts them there to like stumble you, get you to do stuff you're not supposed to. And yeah, and sometimes that leads to like a few years of heartache before you realize that, hey, you were on the wrong path, get back on here. And the narrow path is pretty much never falling for these pitfalls, never giving in once to temptation. And that's hard. We live in a world filled with sin, temptation, and all that. And it's a mighty thin pathway. Only because our minds wander, our human minds wander so much. And that's why we have grace to pick us up when we're down, but at the same time, we gotta keep in mind that we gotta keep turning away from these things. No matter how much it hurts, how much it alienates other people, and you're gonna have these consequences of these sins for the rest of your life. Some of them, and just because you give your heart to God doesn't mean you don't have to live the consequences of your past. He might forgive you, he might wipe your sins clean, but you still have your actions of your sins to worry about. And a lot of people don't get that coming in as a new Christian. Yeah, God forgiven you, but the people you hurt, not so much. People that you used to run now are going to point the finger at you saying, you're a bad person, you're a terrible person. See what you did in your past. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You're a Christian now. They're still going to point at you and go, hey, look what you did in your past. And take those as reminders that, hey, you were that person, but now you're a new, born again Christian underneath Christ's light. It's hard. Oh, my cat came by. There she is. Hi. Well, it's hard. It's very hard, you know? I'll be with you in a minute. Sorry about that. I mean, it's a narrow path to follow God's commandments, God's words, and all that, but there's a big, giant prize at the end of that path. And nobody should ever lose sight of that prize. It might take years, it might take a whole lifetime to get down there, but once you get down there, it's going to be amazing. So stay on your path. Stay on the path that God put before you. Alright, I got some editing to do and some drone editing and stuff, and I'll be on relatively shortly, I hope. Unless my phone dies before I get all this done. In which turn, yeah. And have a nice day. God bless.